Welcome back to Jesters of Ravenloft, where a group of comedians tried to escape the horrors of the mist. Having broken free of the never-ending loop of psychological torture, the troupe finally found themselves face to face with Ezra. Del continued to mourn the loss of her girlfriend and patron, Lucretia. New Rogue fell into a restful deep sleep in the arms of his god. Shadow Nemesis tried but failed to hide his lingering distrust of Ezra. And Tyler was relieved to at least have the opportunity to ask questions of the person responsible for bringing them to Ravenloft. Wet Change has become a band of Dark Lords at great personal cost. But can they survive this next phase of Ezra's escape plan? I doubt it.
Hello, friends, and welcome back to Jesters of Ravenloft. We are excited to be here. We've been doing warm-up Reagans. We're very prepared for recording this week. Now for a quick recap of 50-something episodes of the show.
Make it fast. Make it quick.
Our story began with three comedians and their stage manager being sucked into Ravenloft, the D&D horror realm. They discovered they'd been summoned accidentally by Ezra, the god of the mists, and now they needed to defeat Dark Lords and take their place to be able to set Ezra free and return home. During their time in Ravenloft, they trained in traditional D&D classes and gained new powers and new curses because it's Ravenloft. Tyler has become a blade singer, a wizard who can kick your butt, though he'll pass out if he receives even, two solid hits at this point. A glass hammer, if you will. He also now has green skin, horns on his forehead, has a removable pinky, and can hear the voice of Ezra inside his skull. He's also befriended his very chill familiar Ivan, who helps out whenever he can. Del has become a visual bard. She blends her artistic talents and magic by using the reality blade, a weapon that lets her carve what she sees into the very fabric of reality around her. She can also summon and speak to ghosts. There's always an invisible wind flowing through her hair, and she's got reflective eyes like a dog catching light in the night at all times. She has befriended Foreskin, a skeleton horse with fire in its heart named by Chat, who has joined the party in a quest to find their herd. Additionally, Del started dating a succubus from literal hell named Lucretia Sanguine, who looks like super goth Rihanna with wings and horns, and because of this, Del had multi-classed into Warlock. Unfortunately, though, to save Del's life, Lucretia sacrificed herself, and Del lost her bard powers and is now in a very dark place. Guy Bradford also died. However, his body was brought back to life with no memories whatsoever. This new guy-like being has named himself New Rogue and become a cleric, dedicating himself to the god Ezra, who he believes is majestic and kind and good no matter what evidence is presented to him otherwise. He has spectral ghost limbs from his hands to his elbows and from his knees to his feet, along with his eyes, which glow blue and kill anything they touch except for Jack Magnum, a goat that was given to him by the mists. He loves that goat very much, having adopted it like a son, and protects it often more so than other members of the party. Lastly, there is Adam, who became Shadow Nemesis. After a complete breakdown and discovering he has multiple personalities, Adam embraced the most evil one and has become a Saturday morning cartoon villain. He is trained as a barbarian on the path of the giant, so his limitless anger now makes him even bigger and stronger. He also gained a symbiote that lives inside him, which he named Shadow Master, who feeds on people's brains or by wasting people's time, and Shadow Nemesis really leaned into the brain eating. He gained the loyalty of a squire as he claimed the title of the villainous Black Knight, but abused the little psycho so much that the evil Dr. Deputy now works for Del. She renamed him Dr. Deputy Extreme. Our heroes defeated their first Dark Lord, and Shadow Nemesis struck the final blow, so he took the title. Then the realm transformed into his own personal hell, so they moved on to the second. New Rogue became the Dark Lord there, barely beating out Shadow Nemesis, who wanted a second crown, before they traveled to a third realm. In this realm, in an accidental turn of bad fortune, Del struck down both Dark Lords. That's right, double Dark Lords. And that is why her succubus patron Lucretia had to die to save her life, allowing Tyler to take the second Dark Lord throne, trapping them in that realm until they escaped due to the help of their friends and companions. They've made their way to liminal space. Apparently there are councils of 12 where each Dark Lord amongst them receives full memories of their torture and entrapment, and they are able to vote. If one Dark Lord is chosen unanimously to escape, that person is freed from Ravenloft, but this has never occurred in the history of the test because Dark Lords are not great and they all vote for themselves. Our heroes, however, discovered that one of these 12 is Ezra. They are alongside the god. They made their way to Ezra's room. Ezra's answering questions, trying to help them. Ezra freed Tyler from a cursed ring, Shadow Nemesis from a cursed axe, and New Rogue had just asked why bad things happened to Foreskin, their undead friend who had been tortured for thousands of years, forced to act as a horse with no sentience, riding around an evil Black Knight murdering people. That's where we left things off. Any continuity questions from the party? I listened to the last 2 episodes today.
No.
Okie
I
dokie.
think so, no.
Yeah. It's I think we did the math in the episode of like there are 8 Dark Lords that we need to convince to vote for Ezra, but there's actually 7, right? Because one of the remaining Dark Lords of the 12 is Ezra.
Is Ezra, so there are 7.
Got it. Okay.
Gotcha.
Okay. So Ezra's a Dark Lord. I mean, New Rogue knows none of this. He was asleep, so.
Do you know what? You can decide what you know or don't know. That's entirely up to you. I like it.
You should sleep for real every time New Rogue sleeps.
Ezra, I guess, still has the ring of contrariness.
Yeah.
It was taken off of Tyler, so
Taken off
yes,
my
Ezra
hand,
has
I'm gonna need that back.
Evil.
it.
Evil.
For all things you could bring up with Ezra.
Yes.
Let me take a little sip of my drink and we'll get into this. And with that, it's time for us to return to Ravenloft. New Rogue, you find yourself half asleep, dozing, having woken up to ask Ezra, your god, a question that has been burning in your heart. Ezra looks at you, 10 feet tall, carrying you like a baby as you wake up, and you ask about Rumple Foreskin. Why do bad things happen to good people? And Ezra looks to you without setting you down, still holding you comfortably, and says, well, that's a very good question, and there is very good reason. Inside this dimension, if we want to use that term that I know is comfortable to your people, there's not just one god. If it was up to me, the entire place would function fairly and justly and positively, but there are many other gods, and they have their own powers and malign influences. So with that many people jockeying for control, things are going to be unpredictable.
Oh.
Bad things happen because there are bad gods, and we try to balance them out because there are good gods and good clerics who can stop the clerics of evil. But it is a constant war to try to be good, much like the one inside so many mortal souls.
Okay, so bad things happen because there are bad gods, and people have to deal with bad gods and bad things going on in their own hearts.
Yes.
Okay.
Doing evil is often easier for people who want to find power, or at least it seems that way, but the cost can be so tremendously high, and it always is.
Ezra,
Yes.
but so you're like the supreme god, though, right? Of all of them, because you're like the god of the mists and life.
I mean, I believe that, yes. But my powers have been curtailed inside this Ravenloftian prison that should not exist.
Are there any gods you trust?
Why are you asking this?
Because I've never been able to talk to you ever before, and I have a lot of questions, and I trust you a lot. Even when I've lost faith, in the back of my mind, I still had faith and trust. And I just want to know if there's all these other gods, well, I'd want to know which ones you stand by.
That's an excellent question. Let the DM look up a list of D&D gods.
Okay, I'll sleep for a second.
That's a very good question, New Rogue. I wouldn't say that I trust any one god to make all of the decisions outside of, well, I would trust myself, obviously, but there's a reason why every god says that. The gods that I feel closest to, the gods that I feel aligned with, include Anuril, the goddess of winter, Myleki, the goddess of forests, where there is no mist without natural life. There is Timora, the goddess of fortune, and Mask, the god of trickery, for I believe in the good and the capricious and the unpredictable and the mysterious. There's is it Seluni? I can't remember how they
Salune or Saluna.
There is Selune, goddess of the moon, for the mist often rises at night, and Umberly, the god of the sea. For without water there is no mist. We share realms, or at least they touch at the very edges, or at least they used to. There is so much less mist now in the world because of Ravenloft, and this fortune must be rebalanced.
So, are you related to any of them? Like, is Anally and
Anuril? Myelek, yes.
Anarel and Mylak?
Are you asking if we're relatives?
Yes.
In a sense, yes.
Oh, so then these are the ones you like. Who are the ones I should steer clear of?
New Rogue, you're a cleric of mind, yes?
Yes, a devoted cleric.
Then you'll know. You'll know when you meet their followers. But steering clear is impossible. There are gods of death. There are gods of tyranny. There are gods of so many horrible things. And those seemingly exist everywhere. And the mists swirl up around you, giving you a pop culture reference to help you understand this concept.
Yeah, now you got to name some gods.
Okay, so
That's not what I said, but you do what you do.
so it's like Pokemon. You know, you gotta got them all. There's like a rat one that's electric, and there's one that does cold stuff, and that's either like an Arctic fox or.
That's correct. There are gods of everything you can imagine. However, you don't really want to catch them all. The mists swirl up around you once more. Why don't you try again and avoid the catching?
Oh, okay. It's like Monster Rancher.
I knew it.
So you got like a Suezo, which is like an eyeball on a stretched out piece of gum. They come from discs. I'm losing the plot.
And the mists swirl up around you again.
No.
And Ezra says, you're getting there, but try to understand a pantheon of many gods that encompass all aspects of life.
And on my world, there's an old pantheon of gods, Greek gods and Roman gods. There's Zeus, who's the king of gods and hurls lightning, and he can be mean because he sleeps with a lot of the other gods, and he's raised a lot of dysfunctional children. And there's Hera, who is vindictive and transforms people into spiders and tortures them. There's Hades, the god of the underworld.
Yes, that sounds like the closest comparison you're going to get.
And you're Zeus in this.
There is no Zeus currently that I am aware of. I am trapped within this realm and have been for some time. It is an uneasy balance. Things ebb and flow, but there is not the constancy of your myths, because for you, those are myths. There is no magic in your existence.
Thank you, Ezra. I praise you, and he kisses his fingers, and I love you.
And I love you too. Do you have any other questions?
Many, but I know my compatriots here. They need you as well. I'm so sleepy in your arms. I should probably get off.
Do you want me to put you in a bed there, little guy, or want to just stay here?
Oh, I'd stay here forever, but I have to be a strong cleric for you, so I'll stand on my 2 big feet.
All right, you do that. And she gently sets you down with your friends.
Oh. He smiles just at everybody, just like, that's right. Guess who's best friends with God?
That's crazy. You fell asleep up there. You don't sleep.
That's true. I don't.
No,
It
yeah.
felt good, Tyler.
Yeah, I do sleep. I know. Sleep feels good.
Yeah, you're so lucky you get to sleep. You're all lucky, and you don't. Well, praise Ezra is all I'll say.
Oh, okay.
Thank you. I have food available if there's anything else you want to speak about as a collective or separately. We have a short amount of time before the voting will begin, so my time is yours.
Oh,
Voting?
there's gonna be
What?
more Dark Lords here? Like, everyone's coming?
Yes, they're all here right now.
Oh,
What?
I'm sorry, I thought I
They-
explained this before. There are 12 Dark Lords here who will make up this Council of 12. We will be voting in a short period of time. During this brief window while we are here, we are all mortal. Any of us, if struck down, die permanently. There's a chance for negotiations, but most Dark Lords are haunted by the full memory of their entrapment their other times in this chamber and aware of this tremendous risk, so they do not negotiate. Once the time for negotiation is over, then everyone will vote. I fully expect this will be everyone voting for themselves, because historically that's what's happened every time, but it will give you a chance to look at the other 7 Dark Lords. Take a measure of them before you, after the vote, are transported into their realms to try to help them find moments of solace and improve their general existence, no matter how brief.
Has
I
a Dark
assume
Lord
you-
ever... Sorry, go ahead, Ezra.
No, go ahead.
Has a Dark Lord ever died during the mortal window?
I believe a small number have. I don't have specifics as I have looked into this, but the system has been tested. The system was not found wanting.
Wait. Oh, you go, then I got a question.
okay. Ezra, since I think you said that they don't remember stuff, do they remember when they're here at the table?
Correct.
So if we have a plan to, like, we all want to make everyone vote for you, should we not vote for you this time so that nobody knows we're already all in cahoots? Will they remember?
I believe that would be wise if you were to vote for yourselves individually.
Okay.
That's a good idea.
Oh, okay, wait.
Shadow Nemesis, yeah.
Yeah. So is this a thing where like all 12 people got to vote for one person, or is it just like a majority?
It's unanimous vote. Ezra definitely told us this.
Right. Sorry, I was enjoying these pizza buckets here, but okay.
And I'm
hear
glad
me
you're
out.
enjoying them, but no, everyone has to vote for the same individual Dark Lord.
Okay, but hear me out. What if all the other Dark Lords came in, we murdered them, and then we all just voted?
So
would
unanimous
have-
by a group of 5?
Yeah.
5 of the 12 required votes.
Right, but they're
Oh, it
dead,
has
so
to be
it's just
12
Also,
votes.
you have all not gained in power since the last realm that you took control of, and Dell is significantly diminished, having lost Lucretia. I say this to you kindly. If you were to engage in combat with any of these Dark Lords currently, I believe you would all die.
Oh.
Yeah. All right, fine. Okay.
Okay, well then, who do we vote for? Who are these Dark Lords?
Just vote for yourself.
Just vote for myself.
Yep.
Okay, I can remember that.
Good. Ezra, I feel like I have so many more questions, but it sounds like we're running out of time. Anyone's realm you think we should start with?
I know some of these Dark Lords, but not terribly well. Let the DM roll to see what Ezra knows. That's a pretty solid roll. I would suggest one of 2 candidates if you are considering where we should send you next. They open you up to others, but they also theoretically would allow for a level of engagement that should be perhaps simpler. There is Count Yashi,
Oh no.
the ruler of
Yashi?
Yashi.
No, Yashi.
Count Yashi.
How is I have to ask, how is Yashi spelled?
That's a very reasonable question, Tyler. It's YAH space SHE.
Interesting.
I believe the Count or a being simply known as the Cardinal.
The Cardinal, eh? It's like a bird or something, huh? All right. Why don't we start with that and clip some wings?
Would you be able to?
Both
friends
friends
with
at
them.
the council, and you may have a better idea of what you are dealing with.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, I have
you know
another
what
question.
seat
Oh,
they
go
are?
ahead. Go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, sorry, Shadow Nemesis.
No, you go. You go. I'm going to eat another pizza pocket.
Yeah, just those two. Would you be able to point out where they're gonna sit so we know?
They'll be announced by the Herald, but yes.
Oh,
Yes.
there's a herald.
Oh,
The Herald of the Mists, yes. The one who
Oh,
runs
okay.
the ceremony.
all right.
There's someone running it.
Oh, all right.
You remember there were 12 seats and a small podium. The podium is the Herald.
Oh, is that thing over there, that podium?
Back in the central room, but yes.
Oh, I get
the
you. Oh, that's a
Herald
chair.
of-
Oh, never mind.
Is the Herald of the Mists an enemy to us, or just a neutral party that we don't need to necessarily worry about deceiving?
The Mists are not currently aware of our plot. You do not need to deceive them other than to act as Dark Lords. We are here negotiating. They cannot see into this room.
Okay.
So this would be unusual, but not breaking the boundaries they have set for this exchange.
Cool. All right.
I have one more question. One more question.
Please.
It's a small one though. What is the meaning behind life?
That is the one mystery that all gods have sworn not to answer.
What?
Oh, so you know.
Of course we do. We're gods.
Well, I thought it was like there was no answer, but there's like literally an answer.
The answer could be nothing, or the answer could be something specific. But the moment a god answers that question, free will cease to exist. To know why you exist is to be defined by a purpose, or to move against that purpose, and that is the core essence of fate, and we do not believe in fate.
Jeez.
Oh, wow. Heavy.
Oh
God,
wow.
you know.
Okay. I'm going to process that for the next few years. Thank you, Ezra.
You're so welcome. There are games over there, obviously food, other entertainments, the beds should you wish to rest. I want you to have a moment to collect yourselves before we step forwards into this vote and before you begin your next quest.
Okay.
You are safe here. Do as you will.
What are you going to do?
I don't know. It's kind of nice.
Okay.
Yeah, do you need anything fixed up or like a bed made or something? I can do anything you want. I could wash the floors. I could clean your toilet.
What I need from you right now, New Rogue, is for you to have some genuine moments of relaxation and fun with your friends. That would bring me great joy.
Thanks, Ezra. Okay.
You're welcome. So please make your way around this space. Del, if I could speak to you for a brief moment, there is something I want to share with you.
Okay.
Step with me out onto the clouds. And we'll take a quick commercial break right there.
Ooh.
Del, do you go out the window with Ezra to walk among the clouds?
I'm gonna look back at the rest of the boys. Then, yeah. I mean, what else am I gonna do? Let's go talk to Ezra.
Fabulous. So you head out the window to walk amongst the clouds. Meanwhile, inside, the remaining members of Wet Change, what do you do?
Well, can I see like my stuff, like the ring that was there and the axe?
The axe is on a desk. It specifically was set out on a display, so you can grab it if you want it. It's just been set aside. The moment you touch it, you'll be cursed again.
Well, that's what I was going to say. Like, I think I'll just be cursed if I touch it.
Correct.
Is there like, okay, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get, I want it, but I don't want to touch it. So I'm going to like, is there maybe, there's beds. So I'm going to get some like bed sheets and I'm going to like tie the bed sheets together.
Okay, so you're gonna just basically wrap the axe in a bed sheet.
Or
to
like,
do what with it?
well, then what I want to do is I'm going to create kind of like a pulley system. So I'm going to like get the bed sheets. And I'm going to like, without touching it, tie it to like the handle of the axe, and then kind of like angle it up, and then put my bag of holding underneath, and then lower it in.
Okay. You are trying to set up this pulley system. Can you roll me as the mist swirls up around you a d6?
Okay. Pulley. That's a 6.
Your pulley system somehow works. You manage to set the bag on the floor, lift the axe up by a fragment of bedsheet, and lower it into your bag.
Sweet.
You've achieved your goal of this period of time.
And I'm not
Tyler and
cursed.
New Rogue, what are you doing while this happens?
I've never really, I don't know if I've had a moment to have what we'd call fun. Like, I don't know what frivolity is per se. I watched the Vistani. That was fun. I saw Dell dunk on people. That was funny. Right?
Oh, way back, yeah. And happy
Yeah.
time, yeah.
I guess it would just be, I'm just going to do I Spy with my little eye, and just with Tyler, be like, hey, Tyler. Okay, so I spy with my little eye something that is white.
Is it the clouds?
Yep. Okay, you go.
I spy with my little eye something that is gold.
Is it like weapons and armor?
It's basically everything else, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's white and gold here. Those are the two colors. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So
I spy with my little eye something that is green.
is that me?
Yeah.
Tyler, can you roll me a perception roll with advantage?
Sure. Well, that's a 1. We won't use that. We'll use the 7 plus perception for 12.
12. There are some games off to the side. You can't really make out what is in this kind of hanging shelf against the wall, but there are some things there. Or you could just keep playing I Spy. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just giving you some options.
Yeah, I mean, love being reminded of the lurid shade of my skin. Let's, hey, New Rogue, I think there's real games here to play if you want to play a game.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna lie down, but Shadow Nemesis took all the bed sheets. So let's see what we got here.
Yo,
Okay,
get him
yeah.
back. I'm almost done.
Okay. What? Oh, there's a whole bunch of them here. Okay.
All right, Tyler, can you roll me 2d6?
Yes.
Yeah. 6 plus 2. 6 and a 2.
A 6 and a 2. Okay. There are 8 games present. What are they?
You want me to do 4 and you'll do 4? Mr. Bradford?
No, it's all you, buddy. Go for
Okay,
it.
sounds good. Yeah, I see 8 games here. Looks like we got Connect 4.
Uh-huh.
We got Boggle.
Ooh, that is a bubble thing in it.
Yep. We got Monopoly.
Ooh, sounds boring.
Yeah. We got Battleship.
Okay.
We got Ravenloft Monopoly.
Oh.
Yeah. We got Pokemon Monopoly.
Oh no.
I just remember what those are. Okay, go on.
Okay, great. Yeah. We got Scattergories.
What?
Scattergories. Oh, and the last one is weird. They've got Cards Against Humanity here.
What's Cards Against Humanity, Tyler?
It's like a mean card game, mean and crass and crude card game.
And the mist swirl up around
Edgy.
you, Tyler. Can you roll me a d6?
That's a 1.
That is a 1. You find a Nintendo Switch on this shelf.
Ooh.
But it does not turn on.
Oh, cool. They got a Nintendo Switch too.
A what Switch?
It's a
Light
Nintendo Switch. No, it's like a video game console. Here, check this out.
Video games. Oh, like the Pokemons.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just give it a second here.
So what, they like pop out of there? Out of the out
No,
of
it's
this
supposed
screen?
to. It's supposed to like turn on, and you can like play the games that are saved to it. But I guess it's like it doesn't work. So
Well, there's like the little openings. Have you thought of blowing air inside of those? It just seems natural to me. Blow some air in there.
sure, yeah, okay.
Okay.
No, that's I had a Nintendo Switch before we got to Ravenloft, and that doesn't do anything.
Well, then let's play Pokemon Monopoly.
Okay.
And you both sit down to a game of Pokemon Monopoly, joined by Shadow Nemesis, should he so please, as he finishes lowering the Berserker axe into his bag of holding.
I'm the banker.
He's the banker. But outside, among the clouds, Del, you find yourself walking with Ezra, who says to you, I know I've apologized for your loss, and it is such a tragedy, but I want you to know that there are certain powers that Lucretia bequeathed to you in a will, a hellish will.
What? I mean, I know
normally-
she gave me powers before, but you mean like what?
She had an eternity to establish herself in the nine hells, and she wanted to pass along some things. Normally that would be impossible, but I can open a window to those for you. I know you must feel lesser without her, and when you leave this place, you will find new gifts. They will avail themselves to you, not the petty trinkets that you've received on your journeys, but new powers, new abilities, new things that were left behind that are now yours. You will be different, changed, perhaps more hellish, but also more powerful, more capable.
Okay, thanks for letting me know. Yeah. I'm just like awkwardly standing there. This is
Yeah.
having feelings with who essentially to me is a stranger is not my jam.
Yeah. And Ezra's going to kneel down and say, I just wanted you to know why this was happening, what would happen after this, the new powers that would come on board. I don't want you to think that you yourself are changing or have changed in some dark or threatening way. This has all been too scary for too long, and I'm sure you would rather have Rumpleforeskin or one of your other companions with you out here instead of me, which is why I'm just going to stand here. And if you want a moment truly alone, without those three bothering you, take a few steps further out onto the cloud. If they come out, I'll go back with them to give you this time to yourself, because I feel like you have not had a lot of time truly alone. And I know processing the things you've had to go through is impossible. I can't fix it, but I can get you some time.
Yeah. Thanks, Ezra. It's been a lot, and there's been a lot of bad things, but you've also helped us out a lot, so I'm happy to throw in with you or whatever we need to do going forward. Just please be nice to Tyler, okay?
Of course.
Okay. I know he's had a really hard time of it too, and that, he talks to you, and I always really liked talking to Lucretia, so he needs that support too.
I will attempt to be more personal with him. Tyler is not one to open up about his feelings, or so I've discovered. He tends to be focused more on the missions, but...
Yeah, you gotta bully him. Yeah, you gotta really bully him, and ask him how he's feeling over and over again. Then maybe he'll open up.
I will consider doing that, yes. He has to invite contact, but when he does, I will bully him to the best of my ability.
Okay. Well, thanks. I'd like a minute by myself.
It's entirely yours. And Ezra stands back up and strides a fair distance away back towards the room in the clouds, leaving you to yourself out here, Del. What do you do? What are you thinking? Do you say anything? This is your first moment alone to process everything that's happened.
Yeah. I don't know if we have we don't have any of our stuff with us, or do we do, I guess, because
you have your equipment, your weapons, all of those kinds of things are with you.
Lucretia gave me a letter. Is that real? Did that actually stay with me? Is that a real thing that I can look at?
Correct. You have the letter. And you go to open it. And now I am going to have to ask Del the player a question.
Yeah.
Do you think you have fully processed and recovered from Lucretia's death?
Nah.
Then you cannot open it. Whoa.
Ooh.
Spicy.
Yeah, I think I stand there with it for a bit, thinking like, I don't know if I want to open it. And then when I do try, I can't open it. Can I sit down on the cloud? Is that acceptable?
Of course. Of course.
I don't know. I sit there for a minute because I think I've wanted to talk to Rumpleforeskin about it. And I think at some point I would probably be able to do that. But I guess I'm just sitting there thinking out loud to myself, just like, I think the toughest thing as I'm processing through it was having to talk to that stupid genie. I think if I hadn't have to talk to the stupid genie afterwards, I would have felt maybe more convicted, or more like it was out of my control. But having had to make a decision, even though it was a split-second decision about what to do when the genie told me that he could have changed things, makes it sit a little bit heavier on me. But I think it is a weird thing long-term to have like made a commitment to someone and then not being able to follow through with it. And that being just a weird thing of like, I felt like I really wanted this and I kind of made a decision to go with her a little bit willy-nilly, but then really wanted it, but then never got it. And so there's just a lot of intense feelings about that of like, did I really want that? I really, really cared about her. But it's also like, oh man, I do make a lot of impromptu decisions that then I continue forward with, AKA wet change. That then I end up in a place where I'm like, what am I doing with my life? And I think that is the thread that continues here.
So what do you think you're doing with your life? Like, what is the big thought that's hitting you in this moment? Not that there's an easy answer to any of these questions. Clearly, they're being grappled with. And nobody ever has an easy answer for like, here's what I'm doing with my life. And they lay it all out. And that's just a sign of like, oh, okay, we're not doing well. But like, what is the closest answer that Del finds in this moment?
The closest answer, I think, even because of making the decision to not let the genie swap things around and to like hurt Adam / Shadow Nemesis, I think the only thing that seems true in my mind right now is like, I'm helping my friends. I don't know long term where I'm going to end up or who I want to be or what I want to do. I know that Lucretia is really important to me and that will live with me, but figuring out how to process that and get there. In the meantime, I want to keep helping my friends.
It's a pretty good purpose. We'll take a quick commercial break right there.
Oh,
No.
Del, you spend as much time as you want outside, deciding that you need to help your friends, trying to figure out where you're at, trying to just feel or trying to not feel in classic Del fashion, while Ezra stands a more than respectful distance away, allowing you to have this moment solo. And the boys sit down to play Pokemon Monopoly. What do each of you choose as your piece to use on the board for Pokemon Monopoly?
Oh man.
so it had a Mewtwo, it had a Pikachu, it had a Clefairy.
Oh, you know.
Wow. I had it, yeah.
Oh boy.
What?
The shoe was there.
And it had Yeah, and it had the thimble.
Yes.
Well, this
We ran.
Clefairy thing looks the most like a fluffy little Jack Magnum, so I suppose I'm going to go with it.
Okay. How about you, Shadow Nemesis? Are you joining us for? You said you're banker, right? You're going to play as well.
Oh yeah. I want to go to the other Monopoly games, and I want to go to the Ravenloft one. And I want to find like the coolest piece, and that's going to be my piece.
Right.
Mixing game pieces.
Oh yeah.
When you
Must be-
open up Ravenloft Monopoly, what you discover is the 4 pieces are your 4 party members.
Oh, sweet. I myself, and I'm going to take all the money out of the Ravenloft Monopoly. I'm going to put it in my bank.
Yep, it looks evil, and it has kind of some cool spooky designs on it. It's all the same Monopoly colors though, so it's clearly Monopoly money.
It's in my bag. I got it. Like,
Raven
sweet.
bucks.
Don't like that.
All right, my piece is the biggest, so I go first.
Tyler, what piece are you?
I'll take Bulbasaur, man. I mean, I like him. He's my little buddy. What? That's not how that works.
Well, how do you play?
You roll dice to see who goes first.
All right, I'll you guys roll, then I'll roll.
Okay, I don't think I see the angle here, but I'll roll.
And all 3 of you roll me a d6 in whatever order you please. You can go last, Shadow Nemesis, if you want.
All right.
I rolled a 5.
6.
All right. I was going to try to cheat to get a 6.
Okay, how do you want to cheat?
How do I cheat? I'm going to be oh, wait a sec. I think some of those Dark Lords are coming in behind you. And I want them to look behind.
Can you roll me
them.
a deception? And can I get an insight roll from New Rogue and Tyler?
This is beautiful.
Well, I got a 16.
Oh shit!
12.
I got a 14.
They both look to the door.
Huh? What?
You quickly cheat.
All right. Hey, whoa, hey, I got a 6 too. Wow. I guess we got to re-roll. See who goes first, New Rogue.
Both of you re-roll.
Okay. I've never played this game, so.
We're not even playing yet. This is taking forever.
Oh, but I'm having fun. I like rolling things.
Oh, well,
that's a
good.
4.
Oh, a 4, eh? Oh, all right. Oh, false alarm about that guy over there. But but they're really coming in now.
Can you roll me a deception? And can I get an insight from Tyler and New Rogue?
It's 11.
17.
My deception's really good. I got 22.
Holy shit!
I think you both know that he's probably lying,
Yeah.
but if he's telling the truth, everyone could die because he's playing this bad gag in an area where you know you're all mortal and underpowered, so you still both glance. And what number do you quote unquote roll, Shadow Nemesis?
Oh my! Whoa, look at this! A 6 again! Wow! Jeez! All right. I mean, I guess I go first.
Wow. Okay, go.
Yeah, false alarm. I was looking at the chair.
And you all start playing the game. Can I get a luck roll? So just a d20. We're adding absolutely nothing to it. Shadow Nemesis, you have advantage because you're blatantly cheating.
Ooh! All right.
That's stone luck. That's a 1 for my luck.
I'm a 9.
I got 12.
Okay.
All right.
You all play Pokemon Monopoly. Shadow Nemesis, you get about a half hour to play. Shadow Nemesis is clearly winning, but New Rogue is close behind. Tyler, you are struggling with the fact that you are a toy piece in Ravenloft Monopoly so much that you can't really pay attention to this game anymore.
No.
It's weird. There is a Ravenloft Monopoly. It's weird the Switch was here and doesn't work. It's weird that you were pieces. There's just something unsettling about that, which is when Ezra re-enters with Dell. And you all hear a loud gong smash and thunder crack. This massive sound as the lights flicker inside this room. And Ezra looks at all of you and says, "It's time for us to vote." Everyone remembers what they're supposed to do?
Yeah, you vote for yourself.
Yep, you got it, buddy.
Correct. Shall we walk out together? Or would you prefer I go first? Or would you prefer to go first and I'll join the table last?
I'll go out first before you to protect you, Ezra.
That's very kind. Perhaps the rest of you would go out at the same time as New Rogue?
Sure.
No, hey, I'll go last so I can make like a, bit of an entrance.
Okay.
Sure.
Ezra,
Okay.
do you mind if I take this? I'm just gonna hold up the switch that doesn't work.
It's entirely yours.
Okay, thanks. I'll just put it into my child-locked bag of holding.
Fabulous. Three of you make your way out to your seats at the table. You are the first ones to arrive. There are, as we said, 12 seats. You can see the same plaque that hung over your tunnel doors. Your seat is in front of your tunnel with the same plaque down upon it, so it's clearly marked. And you can see of the 12 gems in front of you, there's an image of each of the plaques over one of each gem that's built into the table. The three of you sit down. Ezra looks to you, Shadow Nemesis, and says, is there anything you want to ask me while we're here alone, or is this an attempt to search the room?
No. Well, I mean, is there anything cool here that could help us out? You want us to help you, right? So maybe you could give me something really fun, so I can help us out.
I have limited access and ability to do that, but I do believe I owe you this ring. And Ezra's going to draw forth the Ring of Contrariness and put it inside a ring box that Ezra also draws out of the pocket. And there you are.
Yeah, all right. Well, I can keep this ring box. Ooh, I'm going to put my Monopoly character in the ring box.
The mist swirls up around you. Can you roll me a d6?
D6. Oh, okay. It's a 6.
Okay, you're fine. The Monopoly character goes in there along with the Ring of Contrariness that tries to jump onto your finger, but you close the box and then it's still kept in there.
Oh, no, you don't. Snap.
Yeah, I didn't know you were going to put anything else in there. That's bold. Interesting.
Yeah. Nothing else, huh?
That's all I have for you for now. It's all I can spare at this moment. Again, we're in the Council of 12. I don't have full access to things here.
Well, can I bring those pizza pockets?
Absolutely.
All right.
All right, you grab... you get yourself 20 pizza pockets on a tray.
Holy shit.
Yeah. All right. I bring the tray. Just all right, let's do this.
All right, I'll see you out there in a moment. Ezra goes out.
His big entrance is going to look like he's serving the rest of us food.
Ezra goes out and enters into the center. I'm imagining you're following Shadow Nemesis?
Yeah, I come out.
Right.
I give her a beat, and then I kind of enter.
Fabulous. So Ezra is seated, Shadow Nemesis sits down, and that's when other figures start to come out of the tunnels that you all get to take in and see as they take their seats. The first figure, underneath the plaque that showed the flaming fist over the broken ring, is a knight. A woman with close-cropped black hair and black armor, staring with eyes that are so black but lit almost from within with a red light as she strides forwards and sits down in her chair, just oozing menace and fury. The next figure to enter is a combination seemingly of a demon meets a dragon, a humanoid form, but with black leathery wings, a whipping tail, crocodile-like dragon snout, just deep-set yellow eyes, wearing tattered black robes and carrying blades, just full hatred in their eyes as they sit down. The figure stepping out from underneath the fangs wrapped around a brain with 2 tears to either side is a mind flayer, for people who are aware of what that is. But this is a tall, gaunt figure in black, fitted, kind of serpentine-style robes, pink skin, a tentacle mouth with 4 reaching limbs going down with thick black eyes and a domed cranium. The next figure to walk out, coming from The plaque with the whisper into an ear with a knife coming out the other side is a tall, thick-set, almost refrigerator of a person in what looks like torn working clothes. Almost, it could be agrarian, could be janitorial, you're not sure. There is a blade at their hip. It's just a big, thick, cleaver-ish knife. But the most striking thing is their face. They are, from the neck up, wrapped in a helmet. It is a full-body helm with straps attaching it at the center of the head, going from the top of the head down across the ears and down with leather straps holding it in place, with a metallic sculpted face. Aquiline features a large grin with a grill for teeth. You can't see what's inside, but it's so pure black, and 2 red glass eyes staring forwards. It's got a sense of joy to the design, but a sense of menace in what you are seeing from your perspective. Then, out of the darkness, from the shriveled heart pierced by fangs plaque, you see a classical Eastern European style figure, a fur kind of beaver style hat, a tattered, rotting, long, flowing cloak, also leathers and furs, a big, thick mustache, skeletal, gaunt eyes. Underneath, you can see fangs, but there's something aged and dry and desiccated about this figure. This is probably the thing that stands out to you the most as similar to the vampire-like figures you have met here. Then, from underneath the screaming face inside the elaborate puzzle, outstrides a tall figure. Tall, broad, muscular, wrapped in tied together, crude, slick, super tight leather. Just a long flowing almost dress of a cloak tightened in on them with gaps showing skin, chains wrapped around the waist, over the shoulders, around the neck, around the arms with dangling hooks at the end. And a face that is stretched back with skin, with small spikes driven in. The other thing that pushes them far beyond the realm of the norm are large metal spikes that have been driven through their entire body. You can see they've been hammered in from all directions, and the points of the spikes are coming out the other side. Most strikingly, 2 driven in through the front of the eyes. So as you are staring, you see the flattened metal ends, these crudely cut off spikes with the points coming out the back of the head as this figure steps forward regally to take their seat.
Oh my God.
Wow.
And last, under this final plaque, as you take in all of these figures, you see the plaque of the broken chain with a blood drop coming from beneath it. And slowly coming out of the dark is a red-skinned figure. From the waist down, just a floating trail leading back into the distance. You see tribal tattoos, a forked goatee, perfectly slicked hair, and hateful, hateful eyes as you all take in Severian Wolf. And that's the end of our episode.
That's the end of this episode, listener, but next week you could become a watcher and affect the Jesters' adventures by joining our Twitch stream, which happens every Wednesday night. If you join our Twitch chat, you can give the cast magical items, name NPCs, and decide the events that shape Ravenloft. So, catch up on the story, follow Dum Dum Dice on Twitch, and join our weekly stream right away. Jesters of Ravenloft features the voices of players Tyler Hewitt, Borovic, Guy Bradford, and Adam McNamara, alongside Dungeon Master Ryan LaPlante. This episode was edited and mixed by Laura Hamstra, and Jesters of Ravenloft's artwork was created by Borovic at delborovic.com. That's DELBOROVIC. Our theme song is Dark Mysterious Halloween Night by Sound Gallery by Dmitry Taras, and our ad breaks use the tracks No Control and Chiefs by Jazzar, JAHZZAR, whose music is available at freemusicarchive.org. For all things Dum-Dums and Dice, including merchandise and how to join our Patreon, you can visit dumdumdice.com or find us on social media at dumdumdice. That's DUMBDUMBDICE. Now get out of here before the mist gets you too!
Dum-Dums and Dice has to give a special thank you to the supreme beings of our Patreon at this time, George Dolby, Gavin and Abby McDonald, Fire Unfriendly, Grandma Likes D&D, Alan, Stabby Stranger, Alarain Okapi, Madre de Gatos, Mithrian, Garbo Ape, Sam Schaefer, Waffle Marine, Dia de los Hoodless, Squishy Werewolf, Remy Funky Head, Accent Therapeutic Services in Florence, Kentucky, Lael, Jordan Oliver, Richard Wright, Brittany Fenwick, Megan Werner, A Man Out of Time, Curtis at FingerTechRobotics.com, Panda24NN, Shendra D, Your Homeboy Bones, Ellis Hatch, Odigenous, Kai Koa, Squire Solaire, Sandy Sassy Pants, Amira Lockhart, James Molina, Nick Hemsing, Alex LaFountain, Mickey Blake, Seth Cambron, Corpse Knight Silver, Adam Mir 101, The Dankler, Anti-Core 7, Lady Destiny Stormbringer, Randall Eberly, the Yes Bud of improvisational comedy, and Jill and Noel LaPlante. If you want your name to be added to this list, you can join our Patreon too at patreon.com/dumdumdice. Thanks to them, and a little bit of thanks to you.